you then got into IAMGOLD back in 2011, that sort of time frame, right? That's a huge company, $1 billion plus company, $2 billion plus company. That's a very different environment to small cap, right? So what I'm intrigued by, because with your vast experience of, not only on the energy side running big companies, but also now IAMGOLD running big companies, what's attracted you into the junior mining space? And then why specifically this deal at this time? I mean, surely you've done enough.
I've always been attracted to the what I would call the entrepreneurial side.
Right.
And let me be perfectly clear, there is no greater priority to me than IAMGOLD, okay? I am the largest independent shareholder of IAMGOLD. I hold 1.4 million shares of IAMGOLD. And so I don't want to mislead anybody. The most important thing to me are IAMGOLD shareholders. But Margaux is and will be a huge priority for me. A, my brother is chairman of the company. B, it's been an investment with my partners in Hong Kong for about 9 years now, since I've been with IAMGOLD. So this relationship I have with these Hong Kong investors is very important to me. And when they ask me to find these opportunities, and I won't bore you with details, but this is one of probably 5 things that I've done since I did the oil and gas venture.
Nice.
And they have hit home runs with every one of them. So we had an internet...
So they being the
Hong Kong investors.
Hong Kong group, right, okay.
So, we had an internet-based company. We've had investments in infrastructure. We've had investments in the hotel business. These individuals have done extremely well, and so have I. So when I went to the IAMGOLD board of directors, I got approval to, basically go out and do other things. They think it's a good thing. It's good for self-development. It'd be no different for you, Matt, if you had other interests. So I'm very attentive to this. I'm a huge supporter of it. I think it has huge upside. And I put time into it, which, I have approval to do so.
Right.
But I never let it interfere with the objectives of IAMGOLD.
That's understood.
I have a lot of skin in the game with IAMGOLD.
Yes, no, that's well understood and a point well made, okay, and that's fair enough.
Yeah.
What I'd like to get at with regards to Margaux is you've made an intellectual commitment to Margaux. You think this could be something quite special, right?
Yes.
And that's based on what feedback from your technical advisors? I mean,
well, I'm a commercial guy, but let me just describe this for you. You have a huge land package where you have a 2009 43101 certified resource. The only reason we have to recertify it is because we've changed the name.
Yep.
So we twin 2 to 4 holes. We spend probably in total $1 million, and we have on the books probably around 1.2 million ounces, a gram a ton, near infrastructure. You compare that to other resources around the world, Africa, which you said you've had some experience with. I have a lot of experience with Africa. This resource is worth in the hundreds of millions of dollars. So it's one of those things where I don't need to be a geologist. I don't need to be an engineer. I can do the math and say to you, this is territory that's completely free of any kind of burden. We have no First Nations issues. We are next to infrastructure. We're next to power. And all we have to do right now with new investors, and we're getting new investors as we speak, recertify the resource, and we can go to a pre-feasibility study quickly.
What's quickly mean?
Well, I would say as soon as we have the resource identified here and recertified in July, we would move to do that
Right.
in the
Okay.
next 3 months. So it's a very attractive opportunity.
That's an interesting model you're employing there,
Right.
you know, because you're saying, okay, we've got a historic resource,
Right.
like just over 1 million ounces, at a cutoff grade of 0.5.
Right, 0.5, yeah.
0.5, that's right. So, and you've also got this tailings
Yes.
project, which is about 600,000 tons at about 1.2 grams. So
Correct.
there's, you can do the maths on that too, huh?
Yeah.
So you can work out what the potential of net cash flow contribution
Right.
could be from that. So there's some exciting things there, but it's your view of this district-wide asset which interests me. So I know you've got commercial acumen, you got it in space, but who's the technical advisor saying, well, actually, I think you're right. You've got 60,000 hectares. It's a lot of land
Right.
in an area well known for producing gold, mixture of bulk, low grade, and chasing high grade veins, throughout the
Correct.
properties as well. So, who's telling you that what you think is correct technically?
Well, we have on our advisory board Chris Stewart.
Right. Tell me a bit about him. Obviously, some big names there.
Yeah, Chris has had a huge amount of experience, more underground, but certainly open pit experience, which we'd have a combination of here. Table Mountain would be more the underground, high-grade narrow vein, and then the bulk tonnage would be at Taurus. But Chris has superb technical experience, 30 years of experience, latest being at Kirkland, now he's with Rob McEwen.
That's right.
Right? And then Linda Caron, who was with Kinross for over a decade, is probably one of the strongest technical people that I've experienced. And below her are a number of geologists and engineering types that bring with them probably cumulatively over 100 years of technical experience.
Right. Okay.
So, and we've, I like to what I call stress test things. So, and I trust these people
Right.
totally.
Tell me about a stress test. It sounds
Stress test means I'll bring others in to look at it.
Right.
And so I've had some of my own, and not to name names, but they've come in and looked at it, and they've invested.
Right.
So, and again, they're quiet investors, so they're not people that want to see their names in neon lights. But I would tell you that we've done our technical due diligence, and this opportunity is one, and I see hundreds.
I bet.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
This is a phenomenal opportunity for people to get in. And you're seeing right now, and you see it as well, Matt, you see in the environment right now where people want to believe that US dollar can't continue to keep rising. And when it turns, I think you're going to see a rush of investors coming into the space. And when that happens, and you have a 43-101 compliant resource sitting in a friendly jurisdiction, surrounded by infrastructure, you're going to see some significant movement in the share price.
You're obviously bringing connections, the Hong Kongese. Are they following their money?
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Are you following your money?
Absolutely.
Okay. Great endorsement.